Hi guys, it's Veronica Blossom again here with another video, but this is going to be a different video from the ones I usually make. This is not me singing, this is not me announcing a new song, although you will be getting that soon. You will actually be getting 2 announcement videos because I've actually written 2 songs now in recent times. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, um, in a previous video of mine, I announced that I am going to be making an announcement video whenever I write a new song to announce the song, what the song is called, and what it is about, followed by a sneak peek of what the new song sounds like. That way you get an idea of if you actually want to hear what the whole song sounds like or not before I make the video of me singing the whole song. It was a singing video, but I started it off by announcing this, and I will leave the link to that in the description below. But also, one more thing I want to say before I start off this opinion video. Yes, this is just me giving my opinion on something. I also want to tell you that a friend of mine has started this really cool business, this cool company called Band Banana Company. He's very artistic. He does nice drawings, and his company, he makes art and apparel. So yes, I will also leave the link to his Facebook page in the description below. So you can take a look at it and get a good feel for his stuff, but his stuff's really good. If you like bananas and you also like cartoons, that's the company for you. So please, please do me and him a favor and yourself a favor and check it out. You won't regret it. But yes, please check out Band Banana Company. Link to the Facebook page in the description below. And now I can begin. So, like I said, this video is not me singing, or me announcing a new song. But however, it is related to a person whose songs I do usually sing on this channel, and that person is Taylor Swift. Now, I don't know if I will be posting this like late for the topic, I guess, for the hot topic, I guess you could call it. It might be old news by the time I post this, but recently word got out that Taylor Swift actually was offered her masters back, and she took the offer and bought them. Her first 6 albums, from Taylor Swift to Reputation, she was able to buy them all back, and she did. So now she owns 2 versions of 4 of her albums, and there seems to be Swifties on 2 sides of this case when it comes to opinion. One side, Swifties are congratulating Taylor and happy for her that she owns her older music, and are also happy that they get to stream her music on Spotify now. And there seems, at least from a little bit from what I've seen, that there are also Swifties on another side who are upset and angry at Taylor for buying back her older albums, because she was originally going to do re-recordings of Debut and Reputation, and people are upset that she owns those 2 albums now, and I guess they feel scammed from what I have heard. Another YouTuber, a bigger YouTuber than I definitely, who was talking about this mentioned that people were calling her a scammer or a grifter. But yeah, people are pretty upset with her for that too. There are people that support her on this and people that are like, I guess maybe turning their back on her on this or just really mad at her. So I have a few thoughts on this. But here's my opinion. I can actually see it from both perspectives. I understand why both sides feel the way they feel. On one hand, that I'm going to start off with, it is good that Taylor can finally own her work in peace, because really what it comes down to is these were her songs and her albums that she created. She's the artist behind the work, not this Scooter Braun guy. So it was wrong for Scooter to try to gatekeep her work and keep it for himself. Like, why was he even denying her that in the first place? Because, like, and I'm speaking of a person who has an artistic mind herself. An artist should not have to fight for the ownership rights of their own work. It just feels like common sense to me, because if you created a work of art, and this does not just go for music, it goes for all forms of art, from music to drawings to paintings to sculpting to cartoons, all forms of art. An artist should not have to fight the battle that Taylor had to fight just to own the work they've created. It's just as simple as that. It's not rocket science. Like, if you did the work, you should get the credit. So really, if you think about it, Taylor really should not even have had to fight like she had to fight and rehash on her older eras just to own her albums. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, do you think Picasso ever had to remake his older paintings? Or I don't think I remember the guy's name who painted the Mona Lisa, but do you think he had to repaint the Mona Lisa all over again just to own that painting? Or you think Walt Disney, before he died, had to recreate his older animated movies or older Mickey Mouse episodes just to own his work? I mean, I know that so many Disney movies are being remade these days anyways, but I mean, like, back when Disney was alive and working, do you think he actually had to reanimate, like, Snow White or Cinderella because some crook wanted to take that work from him? Like, I doubt it. So this is not something an artist should have to go through. So that's, I do understand it there. So good on Taylor for not letting the Scooter guy and whoever else could have wanted her, whoever else could have been working with Scooter to take her albums, if there was anybody working with him. Good on her for not letting them stomp all over her creativity and her dignity as an artist, because it's not fair to be denied the ownership rights of your own work that you put your blood, sweat, and tears in. It's that you put your own mind on. Like, it's not fair for the genuine artist. Like, if you want the ownership rights to something, create your own piece of art. Simple as that. Make your own music, paint your own paintings, draw your own drawings, sculpt your own sculpture, whatever the case may be. Don't be stealing someone else's work and like it's just dishonest, you know? Like, there's more honor and meaning of creating something for yourself, because that's where you really that's where that's where the ownership of the work actually fits you, is if you created it. Everybody knows that. Even people who don't like art all that much, if there are any, know that. Even people who are not big on drawing or music or painting or whatever, they know that. So, yeah, like, it's just the truth. But I also see it from the other side as well. I also understand why some people are upset about this. Not that I'm justifying them. I'm not condoning them tearing Taylor down for buying back her work. That was her decision and that was her right. But I do understand why some people are upset, because a lot of us Swifties were on the edges of our seats about Debut Taylor's version and Reputation Taylor's version. And so we were all, it was like built up in us. We were looking forward to the re-recordings of Debut and Reputation, and then all of a sudden Taylor just buys the old Debut and Reputation back. So because she has the ownership to those two albums back now, it's not guaranteed anymore if she is going to remake Debut and Reputation, because she had us all excited about the Taylor's versions and looking forward to the Taylor's versions that come next. So I can understand where there would be disappointment. I can understand there can be disappointment in that area. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually liked the Taylor's versions better than the stolen versions. And Taylor did say in the article that she already finished Debut Taylor's version and that she couldn't bring herself up to redo Reputation because it was such a unique and specific era to her. It just couldn't be redone. But she also said that she might do a Reputation Taylor's version only for Vault songs. So she said that if we Swifties are still interested, then she might release Debut Taylor's version and Reputation from the Vault when it's the right time with her. She might. And personally, I hope she does still release Debut Taylor's version and a Reputation from the Vault. Now, I know that the things I'm saying right now completely contradict the point I made earlier, in which an artist should not have to go through that trouble and remake everything and redo everything just to own their artwork. I know, it completely flips it around. It doesn't make sense. I confuse myself sometimes too. But like I said, I see it both ways, and I guess you can say I have mixed thoughts on it, because I do understand that Taylor should be able to own her work in peace. But on the other hand, I also really enjoy the Taylor's version. And like I said, to be honest, I will admit I like the re-recordings better than the older ones. It's just me. I'm just gonna have to be honest and admit that I like the Taylor's versions better than the older versions, because they seemed like refreshed, new, and like enhanced versions of her older albums, they were like new and advanced, and we got different songs on there that we didn't get on the original ones. And I was actually looking forward to seeing what Debut Taylor's version would be like. So that was like the one I was thinking about more, I guess. I was looking forward to seeing what Debut Taylor's version would have been like, and I would be happy if Reputation Taylor's version was released too. So, yeah, like I think of it both ways. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at Taylor. I'm not over here with a pitchfork getting mad at Taylor and giving Taylor a hard time for buying back her work, because that is just toxic. I'm not going to get upset at Taylor and turn my back on her for buying back her work. That was her choice. But I do admit, I hope she still I hope she still gives the other 2 re-recordings a chance to shine like she said she might, because that's gonna be awesome. I do also like to see Taylor Swift older in those renewed versions of her older eras. I like to see her grown up in these eras. I like to see her like shine in this new version of her. So yeah, I know when I'm saying that, me saying that I actually like her Taylor's versions better than the originals, and I want her to still release Debut TV and Reputation from the Vault, is a contradiction to earlier when I was saying how she should not have had to go through that trouble for her own work. I know. I contradict myself sometimes, and I don't mean to. I guess I have mixed thoughts. I'm working on my mindset. Please don't beat me up about it in the comments. But another thought that just came to my head also, I think it also probably would have been good if she did not buy her older albums back as well. But because it seemed before like it was too little too late. She was already well into the re-recordings when they were saying about selling her albums back to her. And I think I read somewhere that Scooter or Shamrock or someone else said something about being able to profit from her buying back her albums. I don't remember completely what it was, but I do know that I read that her buying back the albums would do something for them. So while she does seem like it does seem like she finally took back what's rightfully hers, like I said earlier in the video, but it also, on the other hand, seems like she's giving him the satisfaction, like they want to profit off something, and she's like giving them that opportunity. Also, the original versions just seemed a little tainted now, because we all knew then that they were stolen versions. So like I feel like it probably would have been better if she like declined the offer to buy back her older albums and just kept going with the re-recordings, because it would be like she's rising up more. If buying back her older albums would even do anything to for the profit of Scooter Braun or whoever sold her. I think it was something called Shamrock that sold her albums back to her. But I don't know. I don't really know exactly how to profit off them, but if it would at all, then it probably would have been better if Taylor just didn't buy them back and just kept rising in her Taylor's versions. Just to be even more of like the bigger woman. So yeah, another SOT, that SOT is in the mix. Also, one more SOT I have is now that she officially owns Reputation and she's not going to redo all the songs on the original Reputation album, and if she releases another Reputation, it's just going to be vault songs. What is she going to do with Look What You Made Me Do Taylor's version and Delicate Taylor's version? Like, I do know she remade Look What You Made Me Do, but I think she remade Delicate as well. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but now that she owns Reputation and that's it for the original Reputation songs, what is she going to do with Look What You Made Me Do Taylor's version and Delicate Taylor's version? What do you guys think? Please comment below. But all in all, no matter where you stand on this, in your opinion, like, don't beat Taylor up about it. Don't get angry at her. Don't turn your back on her. Don't be hating on her for buying her stuff back. Like, that was her choice at the end of the day. She fought the battle in the way she thought it was right to fight it. And again, that was her work. So it's good that she at least got them back. Yeah, I don't want to be a toxic Swiftie. And I do hope I don't sound like a toxic Swiftie in this video. If I do even a little bit, then I am sorry. I'm just putting my thoughts out there and I'm trying to do it respectfully and kindly. But yeah, why don't we do a little speculation in the comments? What do you guys think she's going to do next? Do you think she's at all going to do debut Taylor's version or Reputation from the Vault? You think any of these two are next, or do you think TS12 is next? Please tell me your thoughts down below, and I will see you. And again, don't forget to check out Band Banana Company. See ya. Please like and subscribe. Bye.